What if a coin in your kitchen drawer could make you rich overnight? We're revealing the top 5 most rare and valuable Queen Elizabeth coins that could be hiding in your home right now. These aren't just ordinary coins, they include mintage errors, withdrawn designs, and low mintage gems that have sold for thousands, even tens of thousands of pounds. We're talking about the 1971 UK Elizabeth II 1 new pence coin, but not just any ordinary one. Today, we're diving deep into the most rare error versions of this iconic coin. These errors are so elusive that even veteran coin collectors have only heard whispers of them. February 15, 1971, known as Decimal Day, marked the biggest change in British currency since the 8th century. The UK moved from pounds, shillings, and pence to a simpler, more modern decimal system. This changeover introduced new coinage, including the 1 new penny coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse and the crown portcullis on the reverse, a symbol historically linked to the Palace of Westminster. The rare 1971 1p error coins that are worth a fortune. Here are the known error types that could make your 19711 new penny coin worth thousands or even millions. Die clash error. Value estimate £1,000 to £10,000 depending on clarity and condition. Off-center strike. Value estimate £2,000 to £15,000 depending on how far off-center it is and if the date is still visible. Double strike or rotated die error. Value estimate £3,000 to £20,000. Wrong planchet error off metal strike. Value estimate £50,000 to over £250,000 at auctions, and possibly millions if authenticated as one of a kind. Blank or smooth planchet. Value estimate £1,500 to £8,000. Mule error mismatched dies. There are unconfirmed rumors of 1971 mule coins in collector circles. Estimated value potentially £100,000 or more, maybe even millions if proven authentic and unique. How to identify if you have one, auction records, and real examples. Let's talk money. Some coins have already made headlines. A 1971 1p off metal strike, believed to be on a nickel planchet, was sold in a private sale for over £70,000 to £1,000. A double-struck 1p error sold on eBay UK for nearly £4,300 in circulated condition. A misaligned die strike coin fetched £11,000 to £150 at a Bonham's auction in London. And collectors speculate that at least one mule error, still in private hands, could be worth over £1 million if authenticated by NGC or PCGS. Why are these coins so valuable? Rarity is everything in the coin world. When billions are made, only a few error pieces survive. These anomalies are never reproduced. Slip past mint inspection. Appeal to elite collectors. Often have historical importance linked to minting processes. And when collectors compete over a unique piece, the price can skyrocket into 6 or 7 figures. What if I told you that one of the most ordinary-looking coins in your pocket, a copper to pence coin from 1979, the 1979 Elizabeth II to new pence coin? But this isn't just about the regular ones, it's about the ultra-rare error coins that slipped through the Royal Mint's quality control and now fetch massive figures at auction houses worldwide. The history. The 2 new pence coin was introduced in 1971 as part of the UK's decimalisation program. It featured a copper-plated bronze alloy, weighing 7.12 grams and measuring 25.91 millimeters in diameter. The reverse showed the badge of the Prince of Wales, a plume of 3 ostrich feathers within a coronet, along with the motto Ich diene, German for I serve, and the words new pence. That means 1979 was one of the final years with the new pence design, but it's not just this transition that makes it valuable. It's the error coins from 1979 that are exceedingly rare and extremely valuable. Top rare 1979 to new pence error coins worth big money. Mule error minus 1,979 reverse with 1980 to obverse wrong die pairing. Estimated value £50,000 to £1 million plus if authenticated. Off metal strike A silver or nickel planchet. Estimated value £25,000 to £500,000, possibly 7 figures if certified as unique. Off-center strike, value £2,000 to £10,000 depending on the degree of misalignment and if the date is visible. Double die or double strike error, value estimate £3,000 to £15,000 plus. Clipped planchet, a clipped 1979 2p coin could easily fetch £5,000 or more, especially if the date and queen's head remain visible. Die cap or cut errors, a 1979 2p with one of these extreme deformities can become a centerpiece of a collection. Value estimate for £1,000 to £20,000 plus. Wrong design mule with P or 5p dies. No officially confirmed examples yet, but if one is found, it would be priceless. Estimated value, £250,000 to millions if verified. Real auction sales, how much have these sold for? Let's look at what some error coins of the 1970s and early 80s have sold for. A 1983 to p new pence mule error should have said to pence, sold for over £4,000 at auction. A 1979 off-metal strike coin silver-colored, likely struck on a 10C blank, was reportedly sold privately for £40,000 to £1,000. Double struck to p coins have been listed at £3,500 to £8,000, depending on visibility. Some collectors are asking £10,000 on eBay for high-grade 1979 errors, especially die cracks and off-centers. What if I told you that a small silver-colored coin from 1968, hiding somewhere in your old pocket change or coin jar? We're shining the spotlight on one of the most historically important and shockingly valuable coins in UK numismatic history, the 1968 Elizabeth II 5 new pence coin. Now, you may have seen one of these lying around. It looks plain, doesn't stand out much. The year is 1968. And the United Kingdom is on the brink of one of the most significant currency overhauls in its history. The British government was preparing for decimalisation, the official transition from the old pounds, shillings, and pence system to a simpler decimal-based structure. Although the decimal system would officially launch in 1971, coins like the 5 new pence were released early in 1968 to ease the transition and familiarize the public with the new designs. But what makes the 1968 version extraordinary is not just that it was the first of its kind, it's the fact that rare minting errors from that year can now be worth a small fortune. The most rare and valuable 1968 error coins, off-metal strike wrong planchette error. Estimated value, £50,000 to £1 million depending on rarity, condition, and if authenticated by PCGS or NGC. Double obverse or double reverse error. Estimated value, £250,000 or more, possibly £1 million coin. Clipped planchette error. Estimated value, £3,000 to £15,000 plus. Off-center strike. Estimated value, £4,000 to £20,000 depending on how far off-center and whether the date is visible. Die clash or ghosting error. Estimated value, £2,000 to £10,000 plus. Rotated die strike. Estimated value, £1,000 to £7,000, blank or partial strike error. Estimated value, £5,000 to £25,000 depending on condition and completeness. Why these errors are worth so much? Rarity. That's the golden rule of coin collecting. The 1968 5 new pence coin is already historically significant. It's the first year of decimal coinage. And that makes it collectible on its own. But when you add minting errors, these coins become ultra-rare, sought after by elite collectors. Frequently auctioned internationally, museum-worthy artifacts. And when only 1 or 2 examples exist, it's the collectors and institutions that drive the prices sky-high into the 6 or 7 figures. Real sales. What have these coins sold for? While specific auction records of 1968 5p errors are rare due to scarcity, similar UK decimal errors have fetched. 1971 to p mule error, sold for over £4,000. Silver off-metal 1 OP error 1970s, sold for £20,000 to £1,000. Double obverse 5 OP, listed for £80,000. Private sale of suspected 1968 off-metal 5p, rumored at £60,000. So if a certified, confirmed double die, mule, or off-metal 19685p surfaces, it could absolutely break records. What if I told you that a shiny silver 10 pence coin from 1970, something you might have tossed in a jar or left forgotten in your drawer, could be worth a jaw-dropping thousands, tens of thousands? We uncover the secret history of the 1970 UK Elizabeth II 10 new pence coin, and why certain rare minting errors from that year are making collectors and investors go absolutely wild. The most rare and valuable 1979 10 new pence error coins. The Royal Mint has exceptionally high quality control, but even they can make mistakes, and when they do, those errors become treasures for collectors. Off-metal strike wrong planchette error. Estimated value, £25,000 to £1 million plus if authenticated by PCGS or NGC. Mule error, wrong obverse or reverse. Estimated value, £100,000 to £1.5 million if verified and graded. Double strike or double die error. Estimated value, £5,000 to £25,000 depending on severity. Clipped planchette error. Estimated value, £3,000 to £15,000 depending on condition and visibility of date. Broad strike or off-center strike. Estimated value, £7,000 to £20,000 plus. Die cap or cut errors, estimated value, £4,000 to £12,000 plus. Blank or uniface strike, estimated value, £5,000 to £18,000 depending on grade. Real auction sales and historical examples. Now, let's talk about what collectors have actually paid for these types of errors. A 1970s 1OP struck on a foreign planchette sold for £18,000 in a private auction. An off-center 1OP from the 1980s brought in £6,200 at Bonhams, London. A double-struck 1OP was listed at £7,500 on Heritage Auctions. A rumored mule error 1OP not verified was offered for over £100,000, but remains in private hands. If a certified 1979 mule or off-metal strike were to surface, experts believe it could break the £1 million barrier. Imagine casually flicking a 1997 50-pence piece across the table. Not realizing it could be worth a small fortune, the 1997 UK 50 new pence error coins. These aren't just any coins, they're the unicorns of numismatics, mules, wrong planchette strikes, double strikes, and more. And if you're lucky enough to own one, you're staring at potentially life-changing value. Why 1997 50p coins are special? The year 1997 wasn't just any year in coin history, it marked the switch from the larger 50p introduced in 1969 to the smaller-sized version. Officially released on September 1, 1997, and the large ones were demonetized by February 1998. Britannia Coin Company, The Sun, Reddit, Wikipedia. Jaw-dropping rare 1997 50p coin errors. Here are the most coveted 1997 50p errors that could command insane prices. Old size large 50p in circulation. Estimated value, £1,000, £10,000 plus, based on condition and rarity. Off-metal strike wrong planchette. Estimated value, £50,000, £500,000 plus, if authenticated. Mule, mismatched obverse, reverse, estimated value, £100,000, £1 million plus, if verified and certified. Double strike, multiple strike, estimated value, £5,000, £25,000 depending on clarity, clipped planchette. Estimated value, £2,000, £15,000 depending on clip size and coin grade. Broad strike, estimated value, £4,000, £20,000. Off-center strike, estimated value, £3,000, £12,000. Uniface, blank side strikes, estimated value, £5,000, £25,000. Actual market examples and auction records. While 1997 50p errors are rare, other dated 5OP coins with similar errors have sold big. Misstrikes listed on eBay at £60, £150, sometimes reaching £300 plus for dramatic errors. Wikipedia, eBay. A Reddit user remarked that large 50ps occasionally cross for £1,000 valuations. Reddit. Error coins of modern 5OP varieties, for example Olympic, Isaac Newton, traded a few hundred to £1,500. The Sun. Therefore, a clear 1997 large 5OP mule or wrong planchette piece, properly authenticated, could shatter the £100,000 barrier, potentially nearing or exceeding £1 million valuation.